Welcome back to Scale Me Down. It's been a while since our last LEGO spaceflight build. So this time we're going into unmanned spaceflight with this 1:12 scale model of the Pioneer 10 space probe. Remember to like and subscribe to support the channel. And this is around 1,500 pieces. So let's get started. The parts were supplied in resealable numbered bags. However, the bag numbers were not sequential with the build sequence, so it was essential that we knowed the set first. The instructions are a PDF download that you put onto your phone or tablet, and the build starts with the base. With the sturdy base finished, we'll move on to the spacecraft itself. Pioneer 10 was a robotic space probe launched by NASA in 1972 from an Atlas Centaur rocket. Its mission was out to Jupiter, and it was the first spacecraft to traverse the asteroid belt to investigate the giant planet. It weighed 260 kilograms, and its parabolic high-gain antenna had a diameter of 9 feet. It became the first of 5 machines to achieve the escape velocity needed to leave the solar system. Since it left the solar system, the last signal received from the spacecraft was in 2003, and despite it travelling at around 12 kilometers per second, it will take more than 2 million years before it reaches the next star. Some bits of the build were quite simple, although quite repetitive. There's also some interesting techniques used, and here we needed to make some 22-degree templates from thin card to make the chassis for the dish. The main body and dish were then joined and added to the stand, although there are many details left yet to add. There's not much holding these big heavy sections together, and the connections are not very strong. To make matters worse, it's quite wobbly on the stand. Just as we were nearly there, disaster struck, and I wasn't very popular.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
Thankfully, we persevered and completed the kit. This is a very detailed kit, and it's the most challenging LEGO build we've ever put together. It showcases much of the technology and equipment that was required on the spacecraft's journey out to Jupiter, such as the high and medium gain antennas, the asteroid and meteorite detector, which was useful for the craft's journey through the asteroid belt, the helium magnetometer, the gamma ray telescope, and the stellar reference assembly, which was used for navigation and orientation. The radioisotope thermal generators, which were plutonium-238 powered with a half-life of around 90 years, and this was NASA's first all-nuclear powered spacecraft. The imaging photopolarimeter, and like many of these copycat kits, we had to make our own stickers. On the face of it, this looks like a really good kit, particularly as it's of such an unusual subject. But don't be fooled. This is the worst LEGO build we have ever put together. And in comparison here, I have it with the best one that we've ever done. And this is the LEGO Space Shuttle Discovery set that we reviewed here on the channel recently. In comparison, this build was fun and very clear, and the finished model is both very solid and stable. In comparison, this kit is flimsy, fragile and rather wibbly wobbly when it's finished, and the instructions weren't the clearest in some places. I also have to confess in that we cheated and reached for the superglue for some key strategic areas during the build of this kit. You would have to be a hardened LEGO spaceflight fan to want to build this model. I hope you've enjoyed our short review today, and thanks for watching. We'll see you here next time here at ScaleMeDown. Happy building.